Anything else, my friend?
Yes, we have a Twitter question at Lance Wagner 6. Wrexham win promotion. Very early prediction. Do they stay up or get relegated next season?
Okay, so in case you missed it, Wrexham achieved promotion, and so they go into EFL 2, if I'm not mistaken, now next year. So congratulations to the team, obviously the celebrity ownership, and everybody that is invested, either financially or emotionally in this team. So a couple of things. As those of you that have listened to this show know, I have not watched the show, and I'll be honest, I have not watched the team. But from what I've read, and I've certainly read plenty about the team, they have significantly increased their spending in an effort to gain an advantage and to increase their chances of promotion, which is exactly what happened. And so it worked. There is proof of concept in terms of what they are doing. So I suppose going into the next league, and I certainly don't know a tremendous amount about EFL 2, I would suppose if they continue along those lines and they continue to spend more money and they continue to spend it smart and they improve, because theoretically this is obviously it is a level up, but theoretically it's going to be that much more competitive, then I would think that they can be competitive in this if they continue to do what they are doing. But I don't know if they stay up. You watched the show, right? Or
I did.
Watched the show?
No, I'm all in on this story. I think it's great. So, yeah, this past weekend, Wrexham, they clinched the National League title, which means automatic promotion to League 2, which is the 4th tier. And I absolutely think it seems like those owners are still very invested. They're going to keep spending money. So I don't think they get relegated. If anything, I think they're a strong candidate to get promoted again.
You think?
Yeah.
But you think because they are just going to spend the money that it takes to hedge their bets to increase their chances?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. I will say this, though, because when this happened, a bunch of people on Twitter were screaming and yelling at me and saying, "Hey, you see, this is why promotion relegation exists," and this is, and calling me names and doing all that, more so than they do normally. And I don't look at this story as, a proxy or a referendum on, the benefits and the positive nature of promotion relegation. This is just a wonderful story. This is a wonderful story about what this has done for a team that's been around for ages, a team that has not been successful, and a team that has been raised. And when I say a team, it's not just a team, it's that community, it's that it's that area, it's the people. And you saw that joy and you saw that excitement. Now, you can see people crying and you can see people emotional and you can see people celebrating and running around the streets with pride in any neck of the woods, in any city. You don't need promotion and relegation to have that happen. And all of this pride and celebration, it's not relative to promotion and relegation. It's relative to success. It's relative to a wonderful story, and a story that has been incredibly told through the use of the show, an incredibly smart and shrewd marketing component of this show to give people a connection, sometimes a connection from thousands and thousands of miles away to a team that not only they have no connection to, that they never even heard of. So credit to them. But this doesn't change any of my feelings relative to the evergreen and ongoing promotion relegation debate.
This is the only country where this is a polarizing story. Everybody else is celebrating Wrexham, what a cool thing that's happening. But if you go on Twitter and you type Wrexham, because, MLS folks are defensive because
Sure.
they view the celebration of Wrexham as, an attack on their way of doing things. So it is interesting how this is this is the only country where it is kind of a polarizing story.
Look, it's great. And as I said, I have no context when it comes to the actual show or watching this team. So it's all just seeing the news and reading the stories, and that's great. I can recognize and I can celebrate one of these stories for what it is, which is just a great story. And keep in mind, I know all about promotion relegation. I have lived it. Okay, I know exactly what people are talking about. I know exactly how it feels. I know the pressure. I know the competition. I know the environment. But you can find moments like this of celebration. You can find moments of emotion. You can find moments of, historic pride relative to sports teams that aren't involved in a league or a structure that has promotion relegation. And you can find soccer teams like that. And, had the ownership of Wrexham bought, a USL2 team or so, a small soccer team that existed in a local community, they could have had that done in whatever, town that would have been in. They could have won the title. They could have had success. They could have, changed the way people think about that team and therefore think about their city, even without, the promotion relegation structure being around it. That's not. I don't think the two of them are ultimately tied together. It's just a wonderful story and one that I think deserves to be highlighted and deserves to be celebrated.
You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops every week. Subscribe now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops twice a week right here on my very own YouTube page. The only way to stay up to date is to hit that subscribe button down below. Size the day, and see you soon.